Alright guys, in this video we're going to go over the Communism's roster for tactical campaigns on the vehicle side. So starting with the G500, which is 5 points, the Tiger, which is 10 research points, and the URAL, which is 5 research points. The G500 is 150 points resources, the Tiger is 200 resources, and the URAL is 240. They all just come with militia, which can have shotguns, or it can come with a bolt-action rifle. Alright, so the G500 is going to come with a Browning on top of it. It's literally the same vehicle as you can get on the side of the Democracy. You know, super fast, small armored car. Only one weapon. No smokes. Lightly armored. Can be hurt by small armaments. I mean, we're just going to go on to the next one because I already showcased this in the Democracy side. Alright, but we're going to go on to the Tiger. The Tiger has a 12.7mm MG. It is a little bit better than the Humvee because its gunner cannot be shot out. The Humvee's gunner is pretty protected on the Democracy side, but this has a 0% chance of that happening because it doesn't have a exposed gunner at all. And this one actually also has smokes, even as pretty much the most basic vehicle for them, because the G500 is kind of just for both. So this is the first unique vehicle for them, and it has smokes, so quite good. Really good machine gun on it. More heavily armored, still takes damage from small arms, not as much as the G500 does though. But all around good vehicle. It will have 5 guys inside of it, and it's really just as fast as the G500 is. Let's go on to the URAL, which is kind of going to be like the Communism's version of a Striker. It's kind of like an MRAP and a Striker because it's a little bit bulkier, but it's a APC. It's going to have a full squad inside of it. Compared to like the MRAP, doesn't have anybody inside of it besides the gunners. This is a lot slower than the previous two, but it is also has a 12.7mm gun. It has the same exact gun as the Tiger. 12.7 by 100. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, except for it's slower, has a little bit more HP. You know, same gun, carries more troops. Also has smokes. But that's pretty much all there is to go over these guys. We're going to move on to the next ones. Alright, in this one we're going to go over the MTLB, which was 15 research points. These will come with militia rifles, so a lot better unit choice than the previous ones. The MTLB comes with a 7.62 by 54 machine gun on it. Smaller than the previous. It has more HP. Is also an APC. We'll have my full 8 squad in there. And it's got better soldiers in it. Does not have smokes though, unlike the URAL. But it's a pretty good starting APC, if you ask me. It's a lot lower profile too. It's harder to get hit by RPGs and cannon shots, just because you are a lot lower to the ground. We're going to go over the BRDM2. Which is 10 research points, and the BTR-80, which is 10 research points. The BDR-M2 is going to be 310, and the BTR-80 is going to be also 310. Which still just come with militia. These have rifles. These have normal militia, which could have shotguns and maybe a couple rifles in them. But let's check them out. So the M2 is going to have a 14.5mm heavy machine gun on top. And then it has a 7.62 machine gun, which is its sidearm. It is very fast, actually. I'm surprised how fast this is. It only has 3 guys inside. There's no smokes. It's gonna have a lot better weapon though. This 14.5 is gonna be way better than the previous ones. It's a little bit heavier armored, a little bit more HP. All right, let's move on to the BTR-80. The BTR-80 is going to come with a 14.5mm machine gun also, and its secondary is also going to be a 7.62mm machine gun. This one, however, comes with smokes and is still quite fast. This one carries more troops inside of it, though. This carries 8, not 3. We're going to go over the BTR-82, which is 10 research points. This should have the same weapon, which is a 14.5. It's going to be 340 points, and these come with... What are these, the anti-tank ones? Ooh, this is not the same gun. This is like a 30mm. It's either a 25 or 30mm. And then a 7.62 machine gun. It's really fast, 4,000 HP.
Yes, Commander. Yes, finally got it.
It's got the smokes. It's kind of like a striker, if a striker had a way bigger gun on it. The vehicle actually seems really good for early anti-tank vehicles yourself. But we're going to move on to the next one. The BMD-2, which was 10 research points, I think. I don't know, I just clicked it. I'm an idiot. The BMD-2, which is going to come with standard soldiers. This one has a 30mm. The last one also had a 30mm, by the way. The issue with that, the BRDM2. The issue with the BTR-82 is that should have an A on the end of it. It does not. That's why, if you try to look it up, the BTR-82 would have a 14.5, but the BTR-82A has a 30mm, so I don't know why they're not putting the full names on here. It would make it a lot less complicated for things. But the BMD-2 will have a 30mm and have these soldiers in it. And it's, it does not have a secondary weapon. Just gonna have my 5 dudes to drop off. This thing is quite slow. However, it's very low profile, so it's going to be kind of hard for RPGs to hit you. I mean, you're against the AI, so the RPGs are probably just going to smack you right in the face, so... Let's get my dudes out here. This is going to be a pretty good early anti-armor vehicle. I actually really like how low profile it is. It's still going to take damage from 17.5 or 50s. I'm sorry, 12.7 millimeters or 50s, which is what those have. And it's still going to get eaten up by RPGs. However, for anti-armor, this is actually very good early game. And the soldiers that it has attached to the squad are pretty good. Now we're going to go over the BMD-2M, which costs 390 resources. The BDM-2M is going to have the smokes. Its HP isn't really that high. It's pretty slow. It's still going to carry the 5 soldiers, which I'm just going to tell to get out of here. It has a 100mm cannon. It has a 30 chain gun, and it has a 7.62 MG, so it's got quite the armament. But let's go see what we can do against some other vehicles. Ooh. BMP-3, which is 25 research points. 420 resource. Alright, so the BMP-3 will come with a 100mm cannon, just like the previous tank, a 30, and a 7.62 machine gun. We'll also have 8 soldiers on the inside. It's pretty much the same as the previous tank. Has more HP, and it still has smokes. Over the T62, which is 25 research points. It is also going to have regular rifles. Alright, so the T62 is going to come with a 115mm gun. And then it's going to have a 7.62 machine gun with it, 6,000 HP. It has no smokes. It's pretty fast. It still gets eaten up by RPGs. Do not get in front of me, tank. We're running over the T64, which is 30 research points. It is 500 resources, and it comes with special ops units. Okay, well, the T64 comes with a 125mm cannon, and it'll come with a 7.62 machine gun and a 12.7 machine gun. Has 6,500 HP, which is quite a lot. It's pretty heavily armored, and it has smoke grenades. And it's pretty fast compared to some of the other Russian tanks. This thing turns pretty well. The Vodstick, which is 15 research points. $290 resources and comes with the regular soldiers. This thing's pretty sick. It's just going to be a version of the democracy artillery that we did before. These have 2 different ones though, not counting the missile podded one. So we'll just use this to do the same thing that we were doing to other people. Attack area. Attack area. I really just let the AI control the artillery. They just aim it so well, it's ridiculous. See that? 4 kills. The T-72 is going to be 35 research points. 540 resources. And comes with special ops troops. The T-72 comes with a 125mm cannon and a 7.62mm machine gun. Has 7,000 HP. Really heavily armored. Pretty decent speed and has smokes. Overall, this is a really good tank, and you get special ops troops to go along with it. I mean, you can't really complain about anything here. Alright, so the T-72B is going to come with a 125mm cannon, 7.62mm machine gun, and it has 8,000 HP, which is actually quite a lot. It has smokes, and these little square blocks you're seeing all over it are explosive reactive armor, which is supposed to help you absorb things like RPGs and other explosives that might melt through the armor and penetrate. So I should not get one-shotted by any RPGs unless it hits me in the rear. Right there, I just ate an RPG right in the front. Did not one-shot me. Now if I get hit again, I'm dead. But these things are practically explosive strapped to explode when explosives are hit. Pretty cool. RPG to go past my face. Who threw that? But that's pretty much all to go over on this tank. Let's go on to the next one. We're going to go over the Akatsia. I guess how you say that? Not really sure. It's 30 research points. $380 resources. And it comes with regular riflemen. This one is also going to be a howitzer artillery tank.
Sir, yes, sir.
There's not going to be a lot to go over with this tank. It's pretty much going to be the same as the other one. It's just got better armor. Neither of them have any machine guns to go with their cannons. It's just how they are. And then they have the troops that they have. We're going to do the T-84. Which... where's it at on here? Hello? It's right here. Will come with special ops units. And cost 580 resource. Very expensive tank. Very worth it. T-84 comes with a 125mm cannon, a 7.62 and a 12.7. Or, yeah, 12.7. It's got 8,000 HP just like the last one. It's, I feel like it's a little bit faster. It's also got smokes. The special ops troops it comes with are very good. It's probably my favorite looking tank. Either this one or the one we just went over. Like, they both look sick for the Communist tanks. Almost all of these vehicles, by the way, are Soviet tanks or Russian tanks. Alright, we're going to go over the BM-21. This would be the BM-21 Grand is what it would be called. It comes with regular troops. Comes with 122mm MRLS rockets. Just pretty much how you're going to use these is just going to be with the binoculars, just like the previous stuff and the other artillery. We're going to come over here. I'm gonna tell him to shoot. That's how you use this. You can either have the AI do it, or this one's a little bit easier to do than the artillery tanks. But, you know, I absolutely obliterated these guys. We're gonna go over the last tank, which is the Armada. The Armada will have special ops troops. And it will cost 620 points. So the Armada is going to come with a 125mm cannon, a 7.62, and a 12.7. It has 10,000 HP. It does not have any smokes. It is extremely armored. So this tank is going to be like the Abrams X and the Black Panther I talked about previously. It's not actually in commission anywhere. It's more of like a futuristic tank, and they predict that this tank could eventually have a 155mm cannon, which would be absolutely crazy. But in terms of game, I mean, you just saw me eat an RPG and it actually took out just under half my health, so I wonder if I can survive another one. I ate 2 RPGs with this. That's actually crazy. That 10,000 HP, this thing's armor is so good. Ate 2 RPGs and still have 38 health. This thing's nuts. The Abrams would absolutely have been dead after 2 RPGs. Guys, my other tank isn't spawned. What the heck? If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.